Yo, what's goody? What's Mary Poppins? This is ThraxxMaxximus' 2 cents, and welcome to my lair. Let's get it. I'm gonna try to. He is the one of the directors that I've seen that have brought how I want to see comic books portrayed on in cinema. How they should be portrayed in cinema in the fighting, and as far as the fighting is concerned. I don't know about all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lois Lane and Superman, the relationship with that, whatever, whatever. Bruce Wayne and the Catwoman, okay, their everyday lives, whatever. You know what I mean? That's another thing they got to deal with themselves. But I'm talking about as far as the action from the comic books, Zack Snyder. I think the Wachowski brothers do a good job. Oh, the Wachowski siblings do a pretty decent job too. I like what they do too when they bring fighting from the comic books to the cinema. But Zack Snyder is the baddest though. Like, I like Zack Snyder's work. And now y'all have done bitched the man out, made the man feel a type of way, and now everybody wants the Zack Snyder original cut before what Josh Whedon did it. He did the Justice League movie, I guess, because they were worried about how everybody was going to take Zack Snyder's version or whatever. So Josh Whedon went in there and did some things to it or whatever. I'm like, yo. Now you guys want the Zack Snyder version of it. What? What the fuck? Like, y'all just sat there and just fucking beat this man over the head numerous times, and now you want his cut? This is where it's like, where sometimes, man, it's like, social media needs to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks they need to be heard or need to be seen. It's like, no, fuck out of here. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were making movies back in the 80s, and we had no social media, and they had lines lined up around the movie theaters to go see these movies with no social media. You know what I'm saying? Without people voicing their opinions and trying to shit on somebody's project when they're trying to do something and discouraging them and maybe making them rethink what they're doing when they probably are doing the best thing for the film. But enough people start complaining and bitching about shit, it's going to make you rethink your work and make you worried, and you're not letting him do his work. You fucking with him. And now he made the Justice League movie. You got somebody fucking else that they believe would have fixed it. People don't like it because Steppenwolf looked like bullshit. Like, compared to the designs that I saw, the behind the scenes designs that I saw, or what he was going to make Zack Snyder was going to make Steppenwolf look like, holy crap. Totally different villain. The monster, he was like a monster dude. Yo, it looked dope, man. It looked like something straight from Apocalypse, man. Like, yeah. And now y'all want the Zack Snyder's cut. Well, they're like, fuck y'all. We can't get it now because y'all keep running your fucking mouths, man. Shut the fuck up and let the people make their fucking movies, man. And people bitching about, oh, look at the fighting and how much damage that Zod and Superman caused. They were bitching about the damage in the movie and all that stuff, among other things. But one thing he shouldn't be getting complaints about is the fighting action in his movies, because those are ripped right out of the comics. Do you guys even read comic books that are making these comments on these movies? Have you guys even read a comic book? Have you seen Superboy fight against all the heroes of Earth and the destruction and devastation that's popping off? Or them fighting against the Anti-Monitor and the devastation that's popping off? Or even Zod in the comic books, the devastation that's popping off with them fighting in the street. The Hulk? I forgot which one it is, the version where he's got the green radiation coming out of his eyes. World Breaker Hulk. Have you seen the destruction that's going on with it's like, I feel like non-comic book people are making these comments. And I know it's tough for them because they gotta appeal to everybody. They try to make the movie to appeal to everybody, and I mean I think you should to an extent. You can only do so much before, you know what I'm saying, you start feeling uncomfortable in what you're trying to do. You guys basically fucked it up. So now we got that bullshit Steppenwolf. And I don't even know if Zack Snyder's gonna if he produces anything, it'll probably be in behind the scenes. He'll be on the down low. He won't want to get involved, because I bet you if he gets involved in the fight scenes in the Matt Reeves movie, and he stays behind the scenes and just gets it done, No, everybody's gonna be, oh, well, Matt Reeves did a good job when it was probably Zack Snyder that did it or whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as people don't hear his name, they're okay with it. And I don't understand that. I don't know why people are so hell bent on Zack Snyder. If anybody knows, leave comments in the section below and educate me, because I don't understand why people hate Zack Snyder so much. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I think he does fantastic work with bringing comic book stuff to cinema. I think he does great work. I like it better than what Christopher Nolan did with Batman. I like his stuff better. It's more superhero accurate as far as senior characters from comic books to cinema. I think Zack Snyder is the best to ever do it. Me personally, that's how I feel. Now, if you want that, there's a guy that did a comparison to the two Batmans. I'll find his name. It'll light up in the description and all that. I'll give a description, on one of the screens. You'll see it. He versed the Batmans against the Batmans. Zack Snyder's Batman against Christopher Nolan's Batman, Christian Bale and Ben Affleck, and he was conflicted on giving the Christian Bale character Batman interpretation of Batman just one point, and that was on the tech, on the tech that they use to solve crimes and how he goes about doing things, which, I mean, easily could have went to Ben Affleck too, but he just wanted to give him a point, whatever. But he lost everywhere else. Batman's speed, strength, everything. The whole interpretation of Batman, and he definitely talked about how he had that hard struggle with that the bum Bane that they used in the Christopher Nolan. They said the guy was like, man, the BVS Batman would have wiped the floor with Christopher Nolan's Batman, but that's. Batman, you know what? And it's a little foggy in that area too, because I think that the DC universe, I think they're changing it now. That Batman is a metahuman now. I think last time I heard that they were trying to change him up and give him some. Maybe he's got some beyond a little bit beyond normal. He already does, but I mean, beyond normal things to him, so it's like some super abilities, which is kind of corny because they don't have to do that with the money that he has and the technology that he has access to today that we the commoners don't. They got nanites that he can put in his bodies to give him on-demand adrenaline. Like, they could actually take Batman and just explain it through his money and the technology that we have today, which give him his advancements and the stuff that he can do. You can put organic nanites in your body or mechanical nanites, whichever ones are going to work the best, to give you on-demand adrenaline, to friggin' form a crust around your spine and make your spine stronger. Nanites are incredible. They've been down. I hate to bring conspiratorial stuff into the mix, but they've been downplaying nanites. Nanites are remarkable. The only worry that they got about nanites is if they malfunction, they multi-replicate, and then you can have a mass buildup somewhere and it's sag or whatever. But they got police nanites that are supposed to go in there and destroy the nanite that acts up, so that doesn't happen. Nanites are incredible. Just off of that alone, they could work wonders with Batman in explaining how he's able to do the things that he can do. You can input information for them to do whatever you want them to do in the human body, and they can do it. You clean your arteries out, like I said, on-demand friggin' adrenaline, boosting an immune system. You never would get sick with nanites in your body. You would never get sick. There's this. You can program. You can program them to do whatever you want them to do inside the human body. You have your body's like a living world now, and you got all these little critters doing things in your body. Just on that alone, Batman could have phenomenal abilities, and that's a real technology that we have. So they don't really have to change him into a metahuman, but I heard they were messing with his story a little bit to show that to try to give him more enhanced abilities or whatever. I don't know what they were doing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, no, that's bullshit. Don't do that. I mean, but still, he can bench press 1,000 pounds. That's not normal for a human being to be able to press 1,000 pounds. But Bruce Wayne can. He can bench press 1,000 pounds. So how much could he deadlift and how much can he squat? Like, shit. So he already has an edge over normal people. I mean, the normal runner, run-in-the-mill dude that you run into isn't going to be able to move that kind of weight. I mean, that's designated for strongmen. You know what I mean? So that you know, nanites, they could really, you know, in other technologies that we have, they could really get away with that with him. They wouldn't need to give him whatever super abilities. They doesn't need to have him with the nanites. We are, as humans and species in our brain and the science that we have, we can already make ourselves superhumans with the technology that we have, or close to it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't need to do that, make him a meta-human or mess with the story any more than what it is. But what I'm mostly concerned about with the Matt Reeves Batman is the fight scenes. You can't go back. You can't give us the 1960s Adam West stuff. You can't go back and give us the 80s stuff. You can't give us the Christian Bale stuff, which was okay. Christian Bale fight scenes were okay, but they weren't Ben Affleck, Zack Snyder fight scenes. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? You look at the Batman video game, and it looks more like that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, he's got to be careful with the fight scenes. The fight scenes, that's a serious thing. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Nolan did capture the creepiness of Batman, though. I liked that too, about the Christopher Nolan movie. The all-out creepiness of him, the terror of somebody like that. You're just walking around and you're all scrambling trying to find this guy, and the niggas is getting snatched up with things on their legs, getting snatched up in the air with the cables and all that crazy stuff, and they firing all over the place and can't find where he is. And the voice was crazy. Like, I did not like the voice on the Christopher Nolan Batman. That shit was crazy. I didn't like that at all. But whatever. But I like how he made him creepy. You know what I mean? You know, everybody was terrified of Batman. I liked that part. That was dope. And the way that he presented Batman in that situation, to why they thought he was terrifying, that was dope. If he could incorporate, he could actually, you know what? He actually has an advantage, because people, directors have already gone about bringing Batman to the screen in their best ability. So if he can borrow from all those elements and bring it into his movie, he can make the baddest Batman movie ever. He's got Christopher Nolan with the detective stuff, the technology, the creepy stuff. You know what I mean? As far as Batman being creepy and all that, and then we got Zack Snyder, who also did a pretty good job with the Batcave and the technology, and I like the redesign of some of the vehicles, and Batman just being a bruiser and whooping on your ass. I mean, now he incorporates all those things from that into his detective movie. He can make a masterpiece. He could please everybody across the board. Like, the movie would, it would be the bomb, and make the villains comic book as accurate as possible. If you got to pay for a CGI team, you guys got gazillions of dollars. Pay for a CGI team. If you can't pay for a CGI team, even Killer Croc. I thought Killer Croc was too small. Jim Lee has since redesigned Killer Croc. I know they keep bouncing it around with his design and all that, but the Jim Lee made that dude a monster. He's like bigger now. He's more of a monster. He's big. You probably would need a CGI Killer Croc too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or you get a strong man, or and put a suit on him. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to talk their lines. You can get someone else to word their lines for them. You know what I'm saying? You just get them to reenact their lines in their head, or they can talk out loud, even though they probably wouldn't sound good, but they don't have to record it. You know what I'm saying? What he's saying. They can actually go and redub what he's saying with another actor or somebody that has a good voice and get it across.
Thrash until you get dizzy. 16 balls on the mic till you get busy. Bang your head, mosh. Thrash until you get dizzy. 16 balls on the mic till you get busy. Bang your head, mosh. Thrash until you get dizzy. 16 balls on the mic till you get busy. Bang your head, mosh. Thrash until you get dizzy. 16 balls on the mic to get busy. What? Fallen one-winged angel, son of Genova. Monster romping through your city like field clover. Eagle eye spot you from a distant superimposer. Juggernaut furious, unstoppable, get ran over. 50 plus tons get squashed, tracks of a dozer.